Running on PlayStation 5. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Fucking fireworks! Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's about that time.
It's
It's
you
about
said
that
like
time.
that was gonna stop the sound.
No,
or
no.
something.
What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Knights of the Awkward Table. I'm your man, InhumanLine, and today I'm joined with...
Malik.
Sir Fruity.
And, yeah, that's our panel.
Yeah.
And
else?
thank y'all for coming back to episode, what is this now, 11?
Yeah.
11?
Yeah.
We're now at episode 11. So, we're coming down to, the end of season 1 of Knights of the Awkward Table, and we'll be ending with episode 12, but that is not the end of the content that we'll be giving. We will have more content for you guys continuing on after season 1. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into our sports section. Frenchie, take it away.
Wow, we don't even say like what we been doing this week.
Hey, we're just going to jump into it.
Okay.
We got some time afterwards. So.
Okay. Alright, this is pretty much going to be a quick sports topic. Not much is going on in sports. The main thing is playoffs right now. NBA playoffs is going on, so we're going to talk about that. But before we talk about that, this Sunday, June 6th, is the fight that I'm sure a lot of people is anticipating on watching. Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. I just want a quick suggestion. Who y'all think gonna win?
Floyd.
Floyd.
If he don't win, that's a problem.
I'm going to say Floyd, just off of the many times I've betted against him, and he always comes on top. Now, you only bet against him just on the off chance that he loses. Like, fuck it. Like, but, I'm going to say Floyd, just he's way too seasoned. But, I mean, it's boxing. Any lucky hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Floyd also, but he better not disappoint because that definitely will ruin his reputation.
Yeah, it will.
It will ruin a lot.
Ruin boxing.
Yeah.
You can't have 50 something no lose to this guy.
All right.
Just no.
Yeah. It truly is.
But we're gonna leave that alone, and now we're gonna jump into the NBA playoffs right now. That's the biggest thing going on right now in sports. So just run down what's been going on recently. Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Washington Wizards, and right now Philly is pretty much winning that series 3-0. They're on right now. Could they possibly end the series and move on to the next round? We shall see. Also, we got the Atlanta Hawks versus New York Knicks right now. The Atlanta Hawks is winning that series 3-1. Milwaukee Bucks versus Miami Heat. That series is over.
Sad loss.
Milwaukee
Yeah,
Bucks
they
just
went outside.
swept the Miami Heat.
They went out.
Milwaukee is now moving on to the next round. We also got the Brooklyn Nets versus the Boston Celtics. Brooklyn is currently winning that series 3-1. Utah Jazz versus Memphis Grizzlies. Right now, Utah is in the lead 2-1. The Clippers and the Mavs.
Did that hurt to say?
Actually, not really. 'Cause I kind of expected
It was expected.
It was expected. But yeah, we got the Los Angeles Clippers versus Dallas Mavs. That series is tied 2-2. What seemed at the beginning of that series as a clean sweep. The Clippers was just going to lose to the Mavericks. They came back these final 2 games and they did their thing. We also got another series tied 2-2 with Denver Nuggets versus the Portland Trailblazers. And also the Phoenix Suns versus the Lakers is tied 2-2. So those last 3 games are the most anticipated games right now.
The Lakers shouldn't be tied. I'm going to be real with you. They should be tied.
I mean, they shouldn't be tied, but at the same time, Phoenix did
The
their
Suns
thing.
is real.
Yeah,
no,
they
they
did
are.
all season.
Yeah, but
So yeah, I mean that's what this bracket is looking like right now with the NBA playoffs. But also going on the NBA playoffs is the New York Knicks trying to get in Trae Young's head. All right, last New York home game in Madison Square Garden, fans has started chanting, "Trae Young is balding." That was a chant.
I definitely see this shit all over Twitter.
Yeah, New York fans realized that Trae Young is balding in the middle of his head, and they thought that was going to be a new tactic to get in his head. Yeah. Well, now they got another tactic. Another New York fan did some deep dive and trying to look up stuff about Trae Young. He's afraid of birds.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So
He's like Aaron. Oh man, Aaron see a pigeon that bull walks across the street.
Yeah.
so that's
In
what
Philly?
Yeah.
No way. That's a hard life. It's a lot of pigeons in Philly. Like,
You should have seen.
That's a rough life.
You should have seen him when we took the trip to New York. He was on the phone with his mom. He was walking above the squad. He was on the phone with his mom in a good conversation. A flock of pigeons came down. He's like,
No, really?
That bull curves and hauls ass,
no.
bro. He don't fuck with pigeons. He be trying to punch them in there and shit. He don't fuck with pigeons at all, bro.
So all they gotta do is just take that film, the birds, play that in the background.
He don't like birds at all. But that's the same with Trae Young. Apparently Trae Young don't like birds, and New York Knicks fans are thinking of a tactic to get into his head. One was making pigeon noises during the game.
like what?
Yeah, and one fan suggested just bringing in a pigeon.
Letting it loose.
Just letting it loose.
Oh my god. Oh no. Imagine that a fucking.
You guys, honestly, I love New York fans for this, bro, because this is.
They wild for that shit.
They
But
wild.
it's funny. If anything to get into the head of a player,
Yeah, no, that's some funny shit, man.
that is. And also, what we got going on is just yesterday, a fan was arrested in Boston for throwing a water bottle at Kyrie Irving at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Recently, there has been a lot of controversy with NBA players and fans. Like, for this fan here in Philly threw
The popcorn was at Westbrook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's Philly shit, though, bro.
That's definitely Philly.
Yeah, that's some Philly shit. I mean, listen, man, you lucky it was popcorn. A lot worse shit has happened.
He got, but he got kicked out though and lost
Yeah.
his season pass.
Yep. And this is what she said that do the bottle. Isn't he like indefinitely banned?
I think so, yeah.
And now with this COVID shit and everything going on, that you need a fucking a vaccine card and shit like that. They doing ID checks no matter what. Like any games I've ever been to, I've never had my ID checked.
Yeah.
Unless I was buying drinks. That's about it.
And honestly, this is like no lie. Like literally minutes ago, it was a fan that ran onto the court with the Phillies and
See, they wild.
with the
Wow.
Sixers
The,
and
the,
the
the
Washington
Wizards.
They doing.
They wildin'. People been
Been
inside
inside
too long. Yeah, they've
Yeah.
been inside too long. They don't know how to act.
And now, you got NBA players out there, doing this whole protect the players, which I agree.
Yeah.
But like, any thoughts on that? Like, what can possibly be done? How y'all feel about it? This whole COVID thing, like you said, they've been inside too long, so they getting a little too rowdy and too loose.
Well,
Like,
I got some. Going with the COVID thing, I think one of the crazy things is the fact that if you get banned because they have the whole what you call it, the COVID thing going, they're going to do ID checks now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, like any game I've ever been to, I've never had my ID checked unless it was buying drinks or some shit like that.
Right.
Other than that, anytime going in with just you straight, you cool.
Yeah.
But now with you need your vaccine card and everything, like that shit is all out the window. Now they checking your ID with that shit. As far as I know, I haven't been to any games, but as far as I've heard, and everything, they checking your ID along with your vaccine card and stuff like that. So these people that get banned, that's your ass now. You out. Like you can't do shit about it. But my thing is like, yeah, like y'all been cooped up for so long, but that's not an excuse for you to just be acting like a dumbass. Like nah, y'all gotta. I understand y'all having fun, y'all doing your thing, but that's not an excuse for being a dick.
No.
Like
It's
leave
a
that shit
line.
alone.
It's a line.
Yeah,
Like
like
you can say whatever you want. Well, to a certain extent, you can say whatever
Yeah.
you want to.
that's it.
But-
You got to be ready for whatever comes with that
Exactly.
too. Like if somebody just having an off day, and you be like, yo, girl, a whore. If he decide to jump in the stands there with your ass,
Yeah.
like you got to take what comes with it and
Right.
everything. So like,
And they wouldn't be doing it to any of them walking down the street.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's only because
that Ron Artest treatment back in the day. He wasn't.
he went right up in the stands.
Yeah, right up in the stands and started punching the fans. Honestly, I think I don't doubt that this will happen, but at the same time, I don't think it will happen. But you know, we continue seeing stuff like this happen. Maybe it could be a ban on fans for the rest of the season, the rest of the playoffs.
That ain't happening. That's too much money. They losing if you banning the fans.
I don't know
money.
because now it comes to how do we protect our players?
Well,
right?
it's either that or you just lessen the amount of fans that you have in the stands. Because like you said, like it's too much money at a loss and everything if you just cut all fans out and everything.
Right.
But at the same time, if you just lessen the amount of fans that are there, yes, you are going to take a hit. But rather sacrifice some of the pot than all of it. You know, like you're going to need still some income because they lost a shitload of money with this whole pandemic.
Make it just jack the prices up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That way, less fans are going to come out because the prices are higher, and people who can't afford it have more of an incentive to
not fuck out there. Yeah.
You know, didn't pay all that
They
money.
won't have to. They won't have to.
If anything, you know, lower the lower section, clear that out. No fans, only something.
Or let
Yeah.
the players go up there after they throw some shit.
Yo, real rad too.
Let's let them go up there. Like, oh shit.
Honestly, that too. It's like game over. All right, you got whatever you want to
Hey,
do.
listen,
Right.
man,
Go see what's up.
that and also you can just make it a automatic charge, like criminal mischief, like right off bat.
Yeah.
Like you do some dumb shit like that, criminal mischief. No, that's not even a conversation. And boom, just let everybody know, like, yo, listen, this is now just a straight up like you catching the case now. Like that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, it's you can technically look at it as assault.
It
It
is.
is.
Yeah,
It
it
is
is.
assault.
I don't care if it's fucking popcorn or not.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
fucking that's assault. Like, at the end of the day. Oh, yeah, like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, well,
I don't even know what you could, well, you gonna fucking hire more people to stand there and make sure fans aren't doing shit? Like, listen, at the end of the day,
That's weird too.
yeah, like, that's not gonna happen. So, like, the only thing you can do is just let them know, off rip, criminal mischief, man.
Yeah.
And like you said, assault as well. Because if you don't, like, I don't even know if it's like a plastic water bottle they threw at Kyrie, like, alright, I understand, just like a regular kind of. But my thing is, like, regardless of what type of fucking bottle it is, you still throwing shit. Like,
No, don't throw
like,
shit
know
at me.
your
I don't
fucking
care
place.
what it is. It could be
Yeah.
a pencil. Don't throw shit.
yeah, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta understand your place and everything, and like, y'all kind of fucking around too much.
all right.
Nah, that's not cool. That's not cool, especially for the safety of like even the players themselves.
Yeah.
Because again, you don't know what the fuck is being thrown at you.
Exactly.
Like it could just be them just being like, you know,
Throw
man.
a plastic bottle, it's got acid inside or some shit like that.
Them UK
Not the
niggas,
acid.
man.
Them
UK niggas, bro. Like,
Throw
yeah.
acid at people.
Yo, it's that UK shit. Yeah, no, man, that stuff's not cool. Like, y'all gotta know y'all place as fans. I understand that, like, y'all trying to have fun and do y'all thing. Not worth it.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
a lie.
yeah, especially now that you said like, he got arrested and everything. Like, oh, you gonna catch a case for this? It's not fucking worth it.
Not at all. And especially like y'all said earlier, with the coronavirus and everything going on now,
Yeah,
I don't want to take that risk. That's
at all, at all.
So yeah, that's everything right now going on in the playoffs. Just a little quick rundown. That's my segment is done. Moving on over to gaming.
Hey, gaming. To kick things off, I got three. To kick things off, I want to go ahead and just run down three different things. One of them's a little bit, it's not lengthy at all, but for those of you who know who CD Projekt Red is, creators of The Witcher, and especially most notably now, Cyberpunk 2077. With that whole nonsense that happened and the fiasco, they came out and said, yo, listen, well, for those who don't know, the game was actually taken off of Sony's store, so you can no longer buy Cyberpunk 2077 on PlayStation digitally. You can still go buy it physically, but Sony said, nah, we cutting that shit. Y'all fucked up. Y'all game's just like, it's not even worth the money itself. So Cyberpunk or CD Projekt Red came out and said, yeah, we have no news on when the fuck it's coming back to PlayStation. They have no word, no nothing, no insight at all whatsoever. Saying that, it's also been said that starting next year they'll be moving on to their next AAA game that they're making. That kind of says to me now that Cyberpunk 2077 is kind of now gone.
Yeah.
It's kind of gone and left and stuff. They're going to drop the DLC, that if anything that they have planned. They're going to continue doing the patch and stuff. But yeah, the game is officially out of here. Two other things that we got was Horizon Forbidden West and Far Cry 6. We got some gameplay footage that had happened, so please, if you have not checked that out, go ahead and check that out. I'm not sure if y'all have. I had a little bit of Horizon Forbidden West going up. Game looks fucking gorgeous. Looks great. Now, the game is supposed to be cross-gen, so meaning it's going to be on PlayStation 5 as well as PlayStation 4 and PS4 Pro. So my thing is, I don't think those games are going to look as good on a PlayStation 4, but the shit that they showed us, fucking that's 9 times out of 10. I'm willing to put my money in that that's not running on PC specs. That's running on the PlayStation 5. So, yeah, looking forward to that. Fucking fireworks! Oh, Jesus Christ!
It's like that was gonna stop the
No,
sound.
so AC show. Saying that, what else? Yeah, if you have not seen Far Cry 6 either, it looks like another Far Cry game. An interesting story. Same fucking everything that Far Cry offers. Good story, open world, and pretty much you're gonna be doing the same shit as any other fucking Ubisoft game. I'm not a big Far Cry fan. I do know what Far Cry has to offer, but it's just not for me. Saying that, we're going to go ahead and actually jump into one of our actual topics, Valorant. So, I'm not a player of the game, nor am I a big fan of it, but competitions were just had, and North America, our team, fucking won. Those of you who follow eSports, you should probably know, North America does not really win many esports. The EU normally fucking runs away with all that shit and stuff. We don't really win many. But Valorant, this may be our fucking game, and it is our fucking time. Especially because not only was this the second major event that they had, this was actually their first LAN event. For those of you who do not know what the LAN event is pretty much your in-person event. You know, you're actually here, everybody's on their PCs or on their consoles and everything, in person. Our team won, or North America won. Shout out to North America. And yeah, not only did they win, but they actually did not lose any maps within the finals whatsoever. Damn. So yeah, they kind of tapped that ass a little. So hopefully this actually now brings not only eyes to North America in esports, but actually brings more eyes to Valorant itself. Valorant does look as though it's pretty much kind of like a CS:GO type game, like Counter-Strike. It looks like it plays like Counter-Strike and everything. Everybody has fucking powers. But yeah, it's pretty much just Counter-Strike. But great game and stuff, looks fun, and watching the game itself was actually extremely entertaining. Going on to basically our last topic within our gaming news, it's going to be handheld consoles. And the reason why this is coming up is because the E3 is around the corner, and it's actually being said that Nintendo Switch is going to be having a Pro version coming out soon.
I might not need yours then.
Yeah. It's said to possibly be revealed before E3, but E3 is kind of coming up, in 2 weeks or so, and still no word, so who knows. It's supposed to be also released it's supposed to be released this holiday season. With that, also Valve, the people who made Steam, they're supposed to be having another handheld console as well, or they're supposed to be having a handheld console. And for those of you who don't know, it's basically going to be running Steam, and it's going to have PC games on it. My thing is, I don't know, or like,
right?
Yeah, it'll be a good thing. My thing is, I don't know what to expect from it, because if you're going to be running Steam connection, like obviously you're going to be needing to have a Wi-Fi connection with it, but at the same time, can you actually pop a SIM card in it and just get like some type of 4G LTE or 5G connection to it to continue running those games as well? Would that be something? I think that's something that should be thrown in there, but my eyes of that are kind of a little bit more like swayed away from it, only because of the news of the Nintendo Switch Pro version. It does not have an official title, but we'll just call it Nintendo Switch Pro for now. My thing is, what would you guys actually want from it? My biggest thing is, I think the battery needs to be increased. From the first launch, you had roughly around 3,500 milliamp battery that was in there, but they silently kind of relaunched it to give it a bigger battery and stuff. It had around like, what's it, 45 or some bullshit like that. Yeah, somewhere around there, somewhere around 4,500 milliamp battery. Or 4,300. My thing is, I would really enjoy a bigger battery in the Nintendo Switch Pro. A lot of people keep saying it's going to have a 4K screen. I think they need to dial that back slightly. Instead of having a 4K, give me a 2K screen. I'm perfectly fine with 1440p. Like, I would really enjoy if they just give me a 2K screen and all that extra power, put it into performance. Like, visual grade stuff, like, that's fine, that's cool and dandy, but it's a handheld. If you want to make it so that the dock itself has enough, like, because the Nintendo Switch dock, there's not much going on inside it. Make the dock itself something bigger. So you'd be like, you know what, man, when it's docked, you get 4K. When it's undocked, you get 2K. And I'm perfectly fine with that and stuff. Other than that, what would you guys want out of a Nintendo Switch Pro?
I don't know, because I haven't really experienced the first Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
But I don't know. I'm more interested in the Steam Valve thing that you said.
Really?
Yeah.
One, because you said it's Steam and it has PC games, and then two, I just didn't even know about it at all.
Yeah.
So it's like, and it's brand new. Like we know the Nintendo Switch, we know what to expect. It's just gonna build on that. But this is a brand new. Like, will it be like a DS type situation? Will it be a PSP type
yeah,
situation?
Well,
Like, I don't know what
I
type
feel
of
like
situation.
if Valve's gonna do like theirs, I think they're gonna really need to scratch the 4K screen. Oh, that's fun. Just right outside. I think they're gonna need to just completely scratch the 4K and just give me a 2K screen. Like, that's my biggest thing about all this.
Yeah.
Like, I would love a 4K screen, but my thing is, at that size, it's gonna cost a lot more to cut
it's
them
not
screens.
necessary.
And it's like, doesn't that take away from the battery too?
Yes, it's going
Yeah.
to, and also the size of the screen is also going to take away from that as well.
True.
So my thing is, like, I'm comfortable for, let's say, around a 6 to 7 inch screen. Give me that. I'm fine with that as well. But I think you gotta have the aspect ratio like perfect, because my thing is, I'm not trying to play a game and have black bars all around
I
it.
hate that.
I'm not trying to have that whatsoever. But my thing is, I do feel as though I think it's gonna need to be more of like a PSP situation, but it's gonna have to be something different, man. Because if it's gonna be like a Steam type thing, I'm gonna want triggers on it.
Yeah.
I don't want buttons. I want like actual triggers. Yeah. Like I'm gonna need something like that. Like, I pretty much, the stuff that Razer and all these other companies are making for phones to do mobile gaming, I want that exact thing.
It's a Pro.
Exactly. And the fact that it's gonna be like especially with the Steam thing, like, or Valve, like with theirs, you have to give me something that I simply can't get anywhere else. You're now stepping into the market of something that we already have a Switch for. And people are now playing the mobile market for phones is just insane.
Yeah.
There's too many accessories and peripherals that you can buy to just play games now on your phone. I could just connect my Xbox controller Bluetooth to my cell phone, and I was playing literally Call of Duty Mobile on my phone with my controller and stuff. Like literally, and like my phone
It's
is
a scary concept.
Right.
Honestly.
Just set it up right there.
Yeah,
and
bro.
get to go.
And the thing is also, like, it's kind of it's a lot. And granted, there is some latency issues. But at the same time, like when you talk about something like what Steam can do or Valve can do with it, they can literally fine tune it to the point that latency is more or less just based off now your connection to whatever your Wi-Fi is or whatnot. But I do feel as though there needs to be something that needs to be done with that. So if it's going to be a handheld, obviously you could take it outside. Personally, I would like for it to be a situation that either you have a dongle or exactly on the system, give me an Ethernet port. Only because I feel as though I should be able to like hardjack this system and everything and stuff, just in case I do have an Ethernet cable available and everything, or that, like, you know, just a source around.
Ethernet port in the handheld?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, that is crazy.
it is.
I'm talking about price. I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's got this thing is one has to be now thick enough
All right.
to have a dedicated Ethernet port in it.
Yeah.
That's
That or just give it a fucking dongle.
I can see that.
Like one thing is this,
Wi-Fi 6 Mando. That has to happen.
yeah, or at least 5.1 at the least.
Yeah.
At the very
if you're
least.
calling it Pro, it needs to have a Wi-Fi 6 card.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
my thing is again, then that also goes into cost, and
Yeah,
also can
that's the thing.
if you look at the Wi-Fi 6 cards, can you fit something that size in there and still have enough space for everything else? Because you're going to need again a big enough battery. If I'm going to buy something from Valve and it's to play PC games, I'm not sitting for 30 minutes. It's not like when I'm on my Nintendo Switch and everything, and I'm playing Smash Bros for a little bit, or then I'm playing Trials of Mana or whatever, and I'm sitting for maybe like 30 or 40 minute sessions. If I'm gonna buy something for PC games, bro, I'm sitting there for a grip.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to sit there for a little bit.
It's for the whole plane ride, you know.
Yeah.
I need to go through the whole long, whatever that long commute is. I need to be able to have the thing
And
that whole time.
I personally feel like I do think Valve can knock it out the park if they just get certain things right, and I do think one charging situation needs to be USB-C.
Yeah.
You have to have USB-C, and it needs to be able to sustain a fast charge like within it. So those of you who have the like current gen cell phones, like you have fast charging with iPhones, super fast charging with fucking Samsung phones, and then I think OnePlus, they call it like the VOOC charging or some bullshit. It needs to be able to sustain some type of quick charging capability. And again, at the least a 2K screen. I don't want to have one around with a 1080p screen, especially when you're a company like, yo, somebody will throw down $300 for this thing.
Yeah.
At the least.
Bro, it's got you can't have 1080 in the phone.
Yeah, and exactly. And in terms of Nintendo Switch, like, yo, I don't want a 1080p screen that I'm walking around with when I already have that and everything. Give me at least a 2K screen, dial back. I don't need a 4K. They can relax on that shit. Give me the rest of that power and performance. Allow me to at least run 1440p games at 60 FPS at the very least, and then on smaller titles, 1440p at 120 FPS. Give me that, and I'm fine, and I'm willing to invest in that shit. But other than that, it's like, what else do you give? So yeah, that's all I have and everything. Are there any wishes that you guys would like in there? Like what?
It would be more so the games for me.
Yeah.
So like I would need another Mario. Even though I didn't play the first one, but I would need another Mario.
The Odyssey.
Odyssey. Yeah, I haven't played Odyssey.
That's a good game.
I want to play Breath of the Wild. I heard about that a lot.
Yeah.
What's the Nintendo Classic though? Nintendo Classic honestly is Wii Sports, which is kind of crazy.
They just made that Mii game that just came out. Is it Miitopia?
And the handheld, I would be the same because the whole movement, was the whole
What, the
draw.
Mii thing?
Wii Sports.
Yeah.
You can. I mean, the things slide off, the hands. They slide
Oh,
off.
they do slide off. I forgot they do. So you could make a Wii
Yeah,
Sports
You need to update
mobile.
Wii Sports.
Yeah.
It's definitely still the same tech.
Yeah.
You need to update Wii Sports. Yeah.
Updated Wii Sports.
You have that, and then also like it's a home console game, and then
Yeah,
portable
sure.
whenever you want it. It's a hybrid system.
We need that jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they could do that.
want
Anything
Wii
that
Sports.
you need on your checklist for that?
Kind of like what Malik said. More games, cause even games like a Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty, like NBA, when Switch first came out and they was trying to figure out how to.
They had 2K on the Switch.
Zone on the Switch. That'd be
and
crazy.
It didn't work, so they kind of stepped away from it.
Yeah.
Somehow with this.
What was it? Was it Black Ops 2 that was on
Black
that was
Ops
on the
3
Wii?
on there. Oh, on Wii U. Yeah. I think it was Black Ops 3 that was on Wii U.
It was one.
Black Ops on Wii, damn.
Yeah, they had the little white gun that you could buy to
It was a
put the
little
nunchucks
weird.
in there. It was weird as hell, bro.
Yeah.
But no, like, I mean they try. But my thing is again is that I don't think that the Nintendo systems they weren't going for power. But I think with this new thing,
Yeah.
they can be. I mean they've already the game Control by Remedy Games. You can get that game on your Switch, but you're streaming the game. So my thing is, I think the next step for all these portable consoles, if you're going to continue any further, I do think you're going to need to have a SIM card slot within your portable thing, and you're going to have to basically allow people to go buy, like a 4G LTE or 5G connection SIM card to then place inside there, because there's no way in hell that I'm only going to be taking this just to play offline games.
Yeah.
And yeah, that would
That's facts.
definitely be nice for them to have like a bigger memory storage without having to go and buy.
Yeah. That's
Saying that,
or expandable memory at the very least.
yeah. Remember the PSPs had the memory sticks and everything.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna need that shit with
PSP was the time.
Yep. Saying that, I'm gonna go ahead and bring gaming news to and we're gonna go ahead and jump into
Yeah.
our final section. Last but certainly not least.
Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back to your favorite section.
Just as tired.
So
it's been a whole week.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Two.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's been 2 weeks. Yeah, that's well. It's nice to see y'all two again. My people who was waiting for me. All two of y'all. So the first topic this week: Virgin Galactic, Richard Branson, Virgin Mobile, Virgin Air, Virgin Records. He has a lot of Virgin companies. Makes yeah.
Motherfuckers obsessed with being a virgin.
He's a billionaire Virgin at that. But they have successfully completed their third space flight, first ever passenger space flight, and they're trying next year to have like regular passengers start buying tickets.
Hey.
You can sign up for reservations now if you go on their website. It's called Unity. It's going to have 6 passengers and 2 pilots. Ticket is going to be at least $250,000. I mean, you're going to space. So the flight is it's attached to like another rocket. It detaches, goes up. I don't know how far up. I had the numbers, but I'm not reading off the numbers. It goes up, then it stops, and it just free falls for like not free falls, but you kind of weightless for 5 minutes, and then it'll come back down, and you glide land where you came off at.
How long is
I was about to say, how long is the total flight?
I don't know. I couldn't find how long the total flight was.
Huh.
So
If you had the money.
I got paid $250 for a wild ass roller coaster.
If you had the money, would you do it?
No.
No? If you had $250 to
I don't
waste?
think they're taking you
If
to
I had
space.
$250 to waste, I was putting that $250,000 to like a stock brokerage or whatever.
I mean, we
Make that money
wasting
back.
it, so you gotta do something crazy.
Nah,
No, you're not going to space.
I'm buying
You'll
a crib.
I'm gonna buy a yacht.
Yeah.
Well, but we got all of that. We got the cribs, we got the yachts, we got the cars.
Let me know when they got Stargates, and I want.
You can go buy a Stargate.
Yeah. Let me get my personal Stargate that's in my crib.
All right, so nobody want to go to space. It's kind of
No,
disappointing.
I don't.
I thought Porter wanted to go to space. So we just gonna move right on.
You should have called me like 10 years ago. And I was like, yes.
Oh yeah, when I was a kid, I want to be an astronaut.
Yeah, that's you are technically
Wait,
an
but how
astronaut
does
after
that work though? Because to be an astronaut, don't you need to take that test to see how many G forces you can actually survive and shit like that?
Exactly.
Like, what you expect somebody that's gonna be like 350 pounds? Like, yeah, I'm gonna go do this.
What
They're
if they
just
were
fucking
struggling because of the pressure?
You sign them shits away. I know they got a waiver. You sign that shit away, so they be alright.
Same thing like when you catch Virgin Airlines. So I hated it away.
Virgin Mobile is not even a thing no more.
They
But-
took all that money to build the spaceship.
Did they sell to somebody? Or they just?
I don't know.
Just
They
close
might
it.
have just closed down.
Virgin Mobile lost his virginity.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next topic. So we know COVID has been opening up things back. Cruise ships are coming back. So cruise ships,
Cruise ships are really back.
no, they're coming. They're starting to
trying.
come back.
I saw the.
Yeah, they're trying to
I saw a
come
couple
back.
commercials.
People pissed me off.
Now, if you don't know, Florida is probably, I think, the biggest port for cruise ships in America. So the Florida governor cruise ships are trying to force people to have a vaccine and like present their vaccine to be on a cruise ship because they're like, we don't want to go through that whole shit again. We don't want to shut down. The Florida governor is saying is he passed a law that prevents businesses from discriminating against people who don't have a vaccine.
Oh,
So now they going back and forth. They in a little tug of war, a little game of chicken to see who's going to bite first. So what do you think? Who is the cruise ship right? Is the governor right? Should they be forced to show their vaccine and get a vaccine to get on a cruise, or is it people's right not to get a vaccine?
I'm all against discrimination, but my thing is, like, yo, listen, man. When it comes to something like that, I might have to discriminate. Like, I just might have to discriminate against a motherfucker. Like, bro. First off, these cruise ships shouldn't be coming back at all. Like,
Yeah.
point blank.
Yeah,
they should not be right
that's
now.
that's
like,
the first
right
thing.
now.
yeah, like relax y'all shit, calm down. Yeah, that's the sad thing though, because we already know that that's what they doing.
It's
They,
a whole industry.
yeah, like that's all
That's
they
all.
just
Die.
that's
Yeah.
all they want. So my thing's like that's cool and all, but like, nah, like discriminate against them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck them, man.
Yes.
Go get your shot. It's free. Your shot's free. If you really want to go on a cruise that bad and everything, go get your fucking shot. You don't gotta pay shit for it.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
I agree with you only because it's a luxury. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not
It's
like
not
a
necessity. Bro, like if they started saying, yo, you gotta show your Vax card to go into like a fucking like a supermarket or whatever, then I'm gonna be like, alright, y'all gotta relax. I just wanna get my fucking groceries and just go home. That's all I'm trying to do and stuff. But you know, they ain't gonna hit you with some bullshit. We'll go to Amazon Prime. They're like, no, nigga, like just give me my food. But yeah, like but you worded it perfectly. It's a luxury item.
It's a
Fuck
luxury
it. Like,
item.
nah, like
Yeah,
it's not needed.
I don't. People are brave to even think about going on a cruise ship.
Yeah, to
right
bite
now.
your tongue. You might start telling people to fuck up.
Does everybody have selective amnesia about the people dying, like hundreds of people dying on the cruises, stuck in the ports?
Yeah.
For months. Like, this is just sick. This makes me so angry.
The events are happening at too quick a rate for people to like hold any of these events
I
that
guess.
long in their memory.
Very fast.
So it's like it's hard to even kind of keep track. It seems like 2020 was literally 5 years long. You know, so.
I don't know, man. I blame mumble rappers. They got us used to short content shit.
Yo.
So it's like, throw that on them.
They dropped reels the same, TikTok and reels the same year.
Yeah, bro.
So look how quick our attention span is.
They pretty much just morphed all over our minds into just short based content. Here you go,
60
getting it
seconds
out.
to hold my attention. That's it.
Yeah.
That's really how it is. It's crazy. All right, moving on. Stark transition. Apparently, well, not apparently. Now you're allowed to have 3 children in China. If you
What? When they do this?
Hold on.
Hold up.
if you didn't know,
And all 3 gotta be boys. And a couple years ago, they announced you can have 4 children. They realized there's too many dicks around in China. They need some more women.
I'm dead. So if you didn't know, since 1979, China, they've been limiting children to only 1 child per family.
Yeah.
If you had more than 1 child, you would lose your job or be face fines. In worst case scenario, you'd be sterilized or forced to have an abortion. Yeah.
Shout out to America, the best place to live in the world, bro.
You can't miscarry now.
2015, they bumped it up to 2 children because it was
Progress.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, progress. But now 2021 is 3 children because they've seen no significant improvement in the what's the word I'm looking for? They've seen no significant improvement in the amount of births each year. Yeah, the first 2 years it was like a large spike, 2016, 2017, but after that it went back to normal. So now they're having a shortage of people who can and are able to work because everybody is older now in China, like the boomer age. They're all getting too old to work. And then they've been limiting people for the last 40 years to having 1 child, so it's not enough able-bodied young adults to work.
There's also that, and also a lot of people are just, a lot of women are actually just choosing not to marry.
Yeah.
That's the other issue too. A lot of them are just choosing like, yo, I don't want to get married. So it's like, all right, well, over there, like how they see things is like, yo, you get married, you have kids and everything. So I'm not getting married, I'm not having no fucking kids.
Yeah.
Then that's now working against you on top of the fact that they only want to have boys.
Yeah.
Because they're the only ones that can get certain specific jobs. And if you do have a girl and she does get a good job, she's only going but so far within the business.
Yeah.
And, you know, so. Goddamn.
True.
Wow.
So yeah, now you have 3 kids.
3
Have you a
fucking
nice
kids.
big family with 3 kids and 2 dogs.
Fire.
That's a shame that they limiting people. How you feel about this, Frenchie?
You know, as a kid, you always wanted to kind of like visit China. And then when you get older, you just like,
No.
I'm good. Like,
China
threw me off when they banned Winnie the Pooh. Like, when they said, no, like, I don't want no reference to Winnie the Pooh or...
Oh yeah, that's what they said, that the bull over there, because they said the bull over there looked like Winnie the Pooh.
Who?
the head of China.
That was why?
Like, yeah, they said that he looked like Winnie the Pooh, and they were like literally making memes and making fun of him on the internet. But the issue is they can't monetize, or they can't choose what we see and what we can't see here in America. So they just said, fuck it, over there it's banned. Because over there, like, yo, VPNs and shit like that, and the underground internet shit over there is huge.
It's huge.
Because of the fact that they...
Yeah,
everything's strict over there. So it's like they literally monitor everything you look up and they can choose. That's the reason why Google got under fire too. Because Google's trying to launch over there in China. The only issue is you have to restrict specific things. And the employees, they were like, nah. Google, don't you fucking, like, we will leave. We will leave your company if you choose to try to do this shit. So yeah, that shit, bro. Like, Yo, y'all seen the movie The Interview?
Yeah.
Like, you know, when they in North Korea, how when they go by, all the stores are fake and shit.
Yeah.
Bro, like, that's pretty much how it feels like when you grow up and you actually figure out all the shit that's going on over there.
Man.
Is that none of this shit even seems real.
Yeah.
Like, but when you look over there, and that's why I say to people, listen, man, as much as people criticize, like, the U.S. and everything, stuff like that, yo, we got it fucking good compared to some of these other places, man. We got it good. Like, over there, yo, they have the whole ranking system and everything and stuff like that. You can't get certain, like your credit.
Your credit, bro.
Yeah, your
credit.
credit.
That affects your real credit.
Yeah, like, yo, could you imagine if your credit score here in America, like, if your credit score determined whether or not you could get specific jobs, whether or not you could even be in certain buildings and do all this shit.
In certain districts,
Go to different
restaurants.
You can't travel. You can't.
You
can't even take a plane to get the fuck out of China.
Right.
Like, nobody can sell you a plane ticket. You can't marry a specific person. Bro, that, like, this shit is fucking crazy. That's all it
They
is.
brought the system back in strong.
Bro, this shit is
They don't play in China.
No, at all.
At all.
There was that boy that he went around, whatever, that he was, the videos, like, exposing martial arts, like, masters and everything and stuff like that. The boy did mixed martial arts, and he started whipping everybody's ass that did, like, wushu and all this other stuff like that. Just fucking them all up, exposing their ass. Like, no, they're not real masters and everything. Watch them, I beat their ass. Because he embarrassed them so much and everything and exposed certain martial arts and everything, his whole score dived and he can't even afford to get the fuck out of China. They won't even let him get a ticket.
Yeah.
Like, this dude's literally suffering over there, so, bro. 3 kids now?
Oh, man.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
Congratulations.
that's not going to help out their climate and everything in terms of just, like, social freedom and stuff. But, hey, I'll give them more workers to make more shit, so fuck it. like that's...
Made in China.
Yeah. Bro, like, that's all they do. They just put them all inside fucking warehouses.
Yeah.
And that's all they really care about.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, like, China's just a big ass business. And the
Shit.
more they can push shit out, the more they can sell. That's all they
China
care
gonna
about.
come for America in a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's why they.
That's why they got the 3 kids, though. They building their army,
Make sure
bro.
they still have the manpower to come over here or anything.
They said
And it's time to come collect all that.
Come collect.
That debt that they've been holding for us.
Right.
How many trillions we're in debt right now? Like,
Plenty.
Yeah.
Like, please give us more debt. That's
Right.
fine. We'll be over to collect in 5-10 years.
you
Don't worry
thought
about it.
banks taking back their property was bad when you get knocked out your own
Yeah,
home?
when China comes,
Yeah,
it's
man.
gonna be a bad day.
Imagine that big ass, long ass notice they're about to slap on the U.S. borders and everything. This shit is now ours. God damn.
It's crazy.
Yo,
I should continue my classes.
I was about to say, yeah, what if they
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's like, what does that even say? And it's like, yeah, you need to learn Chinese now.
I gotta
Right.
practice my Mandarin, man.
Download Duolingo, get it popping.
Yeah.
Get it popping. All right, last topic of the day. It's 100-year. I don't want to call it an anniversary because anniversary sound good, but it's 100-year. I'll have another word. Reoccurrence. Thank you. 100-year reoccurrence of Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre. If you don't know what that was, it was maybe the largest, if not one of the largest massacres of a black community, black people in America 100 years ago in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is where the Black Wall Street was. If you didn't know it existed, this is where it was, Tulsa, Oklahoma 100 years ago. And it started over some trumped up claims from a 19-year-old boy saying he assaulted some white lady. He didn't assault her, but you know how those things go. So later that day, or the next day, I believe, a mob of black community members and white community members met at the courthouse. Things got a little heated, things got a little crazy, things got out of hand. So the white community members took it upon themselves to start destroying city blocks. 35 city blocks were destroyed. They say around 300 people died. The police at first seemed neutral, then started supplying the mob with guns, started shooting black people also. So it wasn't about the young man that they said assaulted the lady. It was about destroying Black Wall Street, the wealthiest black place in America at the time, the wealthiest black community the wealthiest black community in America at the time. So if you don't know, go look it up. Tulsa, Oklahoma massacre, Black Wall Street massacre, whatever, you'll find it. But yeah, it's just
This is the stuff that they don't put in our history books, man.
yeah, this is the stuff that they put on the history books.
Like now, what they said that they're taking slavery out of the history books. They're taking the word slavery. It's called some other shit. It's like this. They're using a term now and everything, but they're like taking the word slavery out of history books.
Yeah, I saw a thing a while ago.
Yeah, bro. I'm not fucking lying, bro.
They're redescribing it like
we wanted
they
to
said
work on farms.
It's pretty
groups
much
of Africans agreed to come over, or they agreed to work in the country.
It's like a partnership.
For free passage over to America. Yeah, that's a direct quote of
bro.
something I read that they're changing the language.
They're trying,
and
bro.
everything. Yeah,
like they're literally trying.
Free passage to America.
Oh, yo,
they wow, yo, this is insane. That's
bro.
fucking insane.
Yo, Zay, the video we got fucking playing talking about the shit that we had about like how people got here and shit. That one we got playing. Yeah, yo, stay tuned and everything for the future. What we rocking with the channel, man. We got some shit playing. Did you look it up? You saw it? Pissed you off a little bit more?
Actual word, yeah, it did piss me off. But it says in Texas, what their textbook said,
Texas,
not all slaves were unhappy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Not all slaves are unhappy.
Yeah, it's not a real slavery. It was a choice.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and you know it's crazy because it's their way of trying to twist things. So like after like slavery ended, there were like some slaves that chose to stay on the farm. The issue is that that's all they knew, so that's what they were getting paid for. So that they're trying to twist that around into saying like, oh no, they wanted to, like, no motherfucker, no they didn't.
And you get kicked out of somewhere you've been for several generations.
Yeah.
And then
Forced to work.
like
Bro,
they didn't do the 40 acres and a mule thing right, so you know.
Yeah. Bro, and listen, man. All I'm saying is this, like, there's a lot of history that's, well, within the U.S. it's just nothing but a dark past. Literally from the first landing here to, like, Arn, or at least the first settlement that the history books tell us are the first settlement.
We gotta do that, Joe, because the
video
will break all that down.
Yeah. So the for those the future videos that me and Zay are planning and everything, we're gonna be getting into more explaining certain things and stuff that pretty much if you study third world history, you'll learn a lot more than the history that's actually told and stuff like that. You learn the history that are actually told within other parts of the world, all that shit like that. We're gonna get into more deeper shit like that. But in terms of this whole Tulsa, Oklahoma, the 100 years to this day, yeah, it's a sad, unfortunate thing that happened, and we can't really change the past that had happened, but we can do our best to kind of just like understand what was done. And you can't really take any good from what happened whatsoever, but it's kind of like, yo, I don't know. I'm lost for words, bro.
I'm at a loss for words, so I'm at a loss because of the whole change in slavery shit too.
Yeah.
Because I could just see 2-3 generations from now, kids don't know what the fuck slavery is, and it's just, if that's gonna be going, imagine what was going before us, like, bro, the shit that we don't know that they changed in the books.
Look how they use Thanksgiving to just change what happened between the natives that were here. Yeah. Look at how they use that. Yeah, bro. No, we're gonna
ready to go off now.
I promise you. But look how they literally just use little things and slowly start changing it, because they understand it's not going to be an overnight thing, because there will be an uproar. But if they change little things, change a word, change a sentence, change a event that happened and stuff, or just not speak of it. When's the last time you actually heard of the Tulsa, Oklahoma incident that happened with Black Wall Street? When's the last time you even heard Black Wall Street? Like, these are the things and the games that they play and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, like, please educate yourself on a lot of things that happen. I myself am still educating myself on a lot of stuff, and the conversations that me and Zay both have, we throw information at each other all the time and shit. But yeah, please, yeah, just be safe, be well. Much love to everybody.
Use your brain. Don't listen because it's told to you.
Yeah.
Think for yourself. That's the moral of the story. Think for yourself. Find your own answers.
Yeah. So, saying that, will that bring us to an end?
That's bringing us to an end. I'm still fucked up because of
that whole yeah, I guess that'll bring us to an end.
Words is power, so.
And before...
End on a somber
note. Yeah. But saying that, before we go, we did get some information on a possible leak for Xbox/Bethesda, because they're doing their E3 show together. We did get some leaks on what the showing will be having, but I haven't been able to confirm any of that. Again, it's just all just leaks, shit that's coming out on Reddit and stuff like that. So instead of just giving y'all some bullshit that I'll probably have to come back next week and say it was all a lie, I'd rather just hold on to that, give it a little bit, and then next week come back with possibly a little bit more information because we will be at least 1 week closer to the premiere of E3. So hold your hats, relax, get something to drink. Where can I find you at?
You can find me in the clouds on Cloud9.
Me.
Alrighty, where can they find you at, Sir Frenchie?
Twitter, Instagram, Dev.Antoine, Twitch, DevandDev95. Also, app called Medium for up and coming writers and stuff like that. I'm getting right back into that. I took a little hiatus, but I'm slowly getting back into it.
What's that? What's that for the people who don't know?
Medium, DevandDev95. Like I said, up and coming writers. Just go in there, write about anything, talk your stuff, talk your ish. And yeah, that's it. Also, the Sixers lost tonight.
Fuck you.
Oh.
You just wanted to get that in there.
Alright, Ice, where can they find you at, Ice?
Alright, you can find me on Instagram. My handle is Isis, like the goddess, not like the, you know. Isis.
Yeah!
Kia, or K-E-Y-A. You gotta specify for these people are ignorant. On Twitter, it's Isis Kirton, Kirton.
Alrighty, and Zay, where can they find you at?
I changed it. It's a lot more simple.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was just about to say, Mr. I
It's
changed my
Cool
Instagram all the time.
on IG. It's Cap, and then AWBA cool on the gram, and then 3 Eyes No Lie on Twitter. Also, aphosimages.net. Go there. It's my work and stuff. You know, lots more. Stay tuned. So.
Alrighty, and as always, it's your man InhumanLine. You can find me on all your various social media networks at InhumanLine. And again, thank you all for coming by. This has been episode 11 of Nights at the Opera Table. Join us next week for episode 12, our final episode within the season. Have yourselves a good night.